Freddie, there are two kinds of people in this world, and you ain't one of them.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who like maths, and the 99.9% rest of us that don't. Almost everyone is put off maths in school, not because of what maths is, but because of how it's taught. And this is a great shame, because maths is not just useful to you, it's vital for your future survival. That's a strong statement to make, and you might argue that it's not true, because you've already survived this long without understanding maths, and you can't see any reason why you can't continue to do so. Well, to some extent, you're right. You have indeed survived this long. But that by itself does not mean you'll continue to survive, unless you have someone else to take care of you, like a pet rabbit in a cage, sheltered and fed by its owner, and which doesn't have to do anything itself except look cute. You only need simple maths to be able to manage your own life and see through the confidence tricks of snake oil financial product salesmen. So the sooner you get started, the better. Mathematics is a language for talking about the world. It's a special language because, unlike English or another natural language, mathematics has no inherent ambiguity. A statement in mathematical language has only one meaning, even if some people will argue about anything, like global warming, blah, blah, blah. Mathematics is useful for developing objective models of reality, which help engineers design buildings and machines and help people to manage their money.
Get your shoes on.
No, but Pete, it's about our holiday. I've checked the website, and today's the last day we can cancel and still get some of our money back.
Right. Well, I suppose it would stop us getting deeper into the hole.
Texting Joe. Jake's in love with Joe.
Oh, bugger it. Let's not cancel that holiday.
We'll get deeper in the hole.
Yeah, well, the whole country's in debt.
So are we in a lot of money trouble then?
No.
Oh.
Let's listen again to Conrad Wolfram. His key point is that maths is not about doing calculations, but about figuring out what calculations you want to be done, and then telling a computer to do them for you.
What is mathematics? What do we mean when we say we're doing it or we're learning it? Well, I think there are about 4 steps to mathematics. In a sense, it's a process. The first step is posing the right question. You know, if you ask the wrong question about a situation, you're almost always going to get the wrong answer. So you need to ask the right question about your situation, and then you need to turn that from the real world into a maths formulation. Put it into a specific maths setup so that you can do step 3, calculate it. Calculating means taking it from your setup to the answer in a mathematical form. And then step 4 is taking that mathematical answer and turning it back into the real world and, crucially, verifying it.
Telling a computer what calculations to do is pretty straightforward, thanks to Dan Bricklin and Bob Frankston, who in 1979 produced the first electronic spreadsheet called VisiCalc. It was VisiCalc more than anything else that spurred the initial growth of the personal computer market, because it immediately became widely popular with people running small businesses. 36 years on, the humble spreadsheet remains one of the most useful things that personal computers have to offer. Hans Rosling has devised a wonderful way of displaying complicated time series data as dynamic images, but a simple spreadsheet is sufficient for you to manage your money. If you're computer phobic, you'll have to do your sums the old-fashioned hard way on a piece of paper. And good luck. To be able to imagine the future, you need to take a step back from the fine detail in your bank statements and take an overview picture of the path you're on so you can see where it is likely to lead. Your bank statement typically lists your activity for a single month, which you can compress into a single row on your spreadsheet, containing just the monthly totals for deposits and withdrawals, and the bottom line. the current balance at the end of the month. By doing this for a lot of months, you can see how your bottom line is changing. Then you can project that forwards into the future to see how your net assets, your capital, will grow or shrink, assuming your income and spending habits don't change. If it's shrinking, you're headed for disaster unless you change something. So what could you change? Most people would regard housing, food, transport, medical costs, and basic clothing as essential expenses, whereas holidays and entertainment could be regarded as extras.
Anyway, there's no point turning off the lights. It's too late to stop global warming now. Jo says that your generation's completely ruined the world for our generation.
Does she? Well, then you can turn the lights off so we don't have to move to Swansea.
So we could lose the house.
No.
I know how we can save money.
Right.
By not buying broccoli.
Or ice.
That's fine.
We've got half an hour to cancel the holiday.
Oh, God. Well, I suppose we should, really.
No, sod it. Let's go.
Well, will we be all right financially, do you think?
Probably not, but we can always sell our kidneys on eBay. Sod it. Actually, I don't think we've got any tonic either.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll wing it somehow.
To dust, for richer or for poorer, in sickness or in health. May the force be with you, because you're worth it. Amen and out. Thank you, Pope.